Welcome, listeners, to a brand new bonus episode of Oh My Word podcast. And today, something a little bit different and something that is a little bit the end. Farewell is goodbye, but is not the end. This podcast started about 3 years ago, I believe March of 2020. And the talks for it had actually started before that. And the way things aligned, it started in our metaphorical basement with Emily, reviewing different kind of books and films and entertainment, just trying to give not even so much a review, but just try to give a content review, a content perspective of different things. A lot of times we assume we just pick stuff up, and if everybody's talking about it, then it must all be good, and that's not specifically true. And especially us pearl-clutching basement dwellers. And then even as those episodes were going on, we ended up doing about 109 of those episodes. They can all be checked out. It's all on the website. It's all in iTunes and Spotify and Stitcher and YouTube and all the places. Then even as that was going on, I started doing bonus episodes, speaking to and interviewing all different kinds of people from the book world. Most of the guests ended up being authors, fellow writers and authors, but a lot of them were also not. There were booksellers and librarians and even English teachers and cover designers and agents and editors. So many different kinds of people, not just in their jobs, to give a whole panorama and just show all the different kinds of people that help a book come into the world, the people who help sell the books, people who talk about books, promote books, had some fellow podcasters on as well. Not just those kinds of people, but also people at different stages in their careers. So executive editors to assistant editors, small-time writers, big-name writers, best-selling writers, middle-of-the-road writers, all different kinds of people to be able to just give a face and give a story to all the people who make up the book world. Especially because a lot of people, you see a book on the shelf, and if you're not part of the industry, you don't necessarily know or see or understand all that goes into it. It just, well, we all write sentences, so you just put a book out there and you put a book out there. But anyone, self-published, traditionally published, hybrid published, anybody who's ever been on the journey, we know that there's way more people involved, not just in the actual writing and editing and formatting and layout, but also when it comes to marketing and inventory and supply and all these sort of things. The general idea of the bonus episodes, which eventually merged to become these episode extras, was to speak to all these people, to give a face and voice to all these people. Where we're at right now, we began the podcast about 3 years ago, and we are at a wrap-up point. I don't know what it's going to be. Maybe we'll be back for certain seasons or something. But for right now, I'm wrapping up the podcast. We're going to go on hiatus for a little bit. I've got lots of projects that I'm focusing on, writing, etc. You can still keep track of us. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, you check my website, you see all the writing stuff that's going on. But the biggest thing about recording this episode, not just to say, hey, we're wrapping up, is to also give a tremendous, deep thank you and to express deep, deep appreciation to Emily, fellow basement dweller, but also to all the guests that we had on over the last 3 years. There were so many writers who had been reached out to or contacted, etc. Some of them, it didn't work out at the time to speak with them. Just a matter of what was going on during those times. But as a general idea, just anybody who came on, any of the episodes that you heard, even if it doesn't seem like so much time, any time that you voluntarily give to someone else is significant. So anybody who gave of their time to be a guest and you told your story and you shared and expressed your viewpoint. Some writers, I had read their stuff. Some writers, it was just other writers I'd seen around and just, hey, come on and talk about what you're doing. Let's hear from you sort of thing. So much appreciation to all the people, the writers, the editors, the publishers, the cover designers, the sellers, the podcasters, the librarians, the teachers, all of them, etc. Not limited to, in case I did it, illustrators, lots of illustrators. Thank you to everybody who was a guest. Thank you to everybody who listened in and out or listened consistently the last 3 years. Thank you to everybody who was a part of this, either by being on it, by listening to it, by sharing it, by talking about it, and to all those who supported it through all the years. Thank you so much. Special thank you to Tim Burke. He said to me like, hey, Esther, you got to get music for your podcast. By the way, I write music. Gave me different options, try to work with me even though I didn't sort of exactly know what I wanted. He's still the awesome music. 2 different tracks you hear, the main episodes and the bonus episodes. This entire episode is just here to say thank you so much to everybody and to say goodbye for now. Farewell is a goodbye, and it is an end, but it is not forever necessarily. So keep an eye out, keep an ear out, and who knows what will be. Best of luck, best wishes to everybody, and don't forget to always keep your pearls close. This was a wrap-up episode of Oh My Word podcast. To find out more about Oh My Word podcast and to check out our entire backlog catalog, please check us out at Oh My Word podcast on Instagram or anywhere you listen to podcasts. Also, All the episodes are available at eltenenbaum.com. So check it out. Music is by Tim Burke. Thanks so much for joining us, and all the best.